update about my market situation. I have been talking to the really sweet vendor that I met. I got added to a group chat with a bunch of vendors, so hopefully I will have a market booked soon, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, we're gonna finish stuffing these frog legs and then get started on the bodies. Okay, so all of the frog limbs are done, which is amazing, and I actually ran out of scraps. As you can see, this is just a big ball of wool stuffing that I also like to use, but I had a bunch of scraps in there as well, and I just mixed in a super tiny amount of wool to make a solid filling. But most of my scraps are gone, which is like amazing. It just feels so good to eliminate that waste in a sustainable way. Reduce, reuse, recycle. We love to see it. Oh my god, the frog is finally done. I'm really excited because that actually didn't take that long to finish, so the other two should come along pretty quickly later in the week. But this is the reveal. I actually love him so much that I gave him a little scarf with just a piece of plaid flannel fabric that I just cut raw. I didn't do any sewing for that one. I love him. The only thing I will say is that these take so long to make, so I don't know what I'm gonna price them at yet. Honestly, if it were up to me, $35 just because of how much, but I know nobody's gonna pay $35 for this, so I'm thinking maybe $25 seems reasonable, but we'll see. I love him.
I'm gonna have a sewing project in FCS, and I might need your help.
Okay, sure.
What are you making?
I'm making book sleeves.
Here. What is that?
So, okay, has it ever happened to you where, me giving you this illustration, has it ever happened to you where your book, like, gets messed up in your backpack?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically like a sleeve, like, it's like a pouch that you put your book in to protect it in your bag. It's like it's a case for your book. Okay, so update. I have been quilting these squares. They look super cute and I love them. They're a little bit uneven, like the lines look a little bit weird, but I'm hoping that the finished product will look good still and it'll be decent. But this is a prototype for my book sleeve that I want to make, and I'm really excited about it because even if I don't decide to sell them, I think that it's just like a cute thing to have. Good morning. Good morning vlog. It is Tuesday, 8:39 a.m. So I have just a little bit of time right now to finish some sewing before I have to leave for school. Yesterday was a pretty busy day, so I didn't have time to film and I didn't feel like it either. So today I only have to go to school for 3 hours, which means that it's going to be a pretty heavy sewing day. I'm going to be finishing my frogs, finally finishing my book sleeves. They're super close. I have one of them bias taped and I just need to sew it down. This other one, I need to make a new bias tape, so that's what I'm going to do right now because this one wasn't long enough. Okay, a little change of scenery. We are not at my sewing machine, we're actually in the kitchen. I wanted to switch it up a little bit and show that sewing is not my life and my business is not my life, and I actually take breaks. So we are gonna make some chai. It's my recipe that I've perfected over a year, and I'm just gonna take you guys through it as just a little fun break because I personally find that my art and my craft is powered a lot by caffeine. We are starting off with a pot, and I'm going to add 5 cups of water and bring it to a boil. Okay, so I'm going to be adding 20 cloves, 20 black peppercorns, and 1 big cinnamon stick, and then I'm gonna also add ground ginger, ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, as well as black tea, and that's it. I will put the recipe in the caption for sure, but while we do that and this water comes to a boil, I'm gonna tell you guys the story. Okay, so I applied to this market at the beginning of the month. It was a long shot. I didn't really expect to get in just because I'm super new to the small business world, and I've only done one market in the past, but it's a huge market with I think over 150 vendors if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, crazy. So I guess I got an email that I was accepted and to pay the invoice on November 8th. It's currently November 19th and I did not see it until today. But when I found out, I actually freaked out. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. I'm in. It's in, I guess, 10 and a half days. And now I have to just prep for this huge market that I wasn't even anticipating. I knew I was prepping for something, that I was going to get in somewhere, but for it to be this is actually insane. I don't know how many people I should expect at the market, really. I'm gonna still need to do some research, but today on my to-do list is to get on my computer, look at my finances for the business, and just see how much money I have to spend on supplies if I need anything else. And I'm also going to be sewing, of course, possibly drafting new patterns, and just start pushing out inventory as fast as I can. So that's why I'm getting caffeinated, because it might be a late night. As you can see, this is rising, and you kind of just let it rise and fall, rise and fall. Okay, so all of my technical stuff is done for today. I went and did my little spreadsheet, calculated what my finances look like as a business. So that pretty much just looks like all of my receipts, inputted into a spreadsheet, all of my fabric and any material cost receipts, as well as the invoices for my markets. So now I know how much I need to break even. So fingers crossed that the market goes well, but in order to ensure that, I need to start making a bunch of stuff. So a quick update though before I start sewing again is my book sleeves are done. I decided not to put a button on them just because I think that they look really cute as is. I put a little thin book in this one. I think I'm gonna actually have these two sizes because they're the same height but just different width, so I might actually make a bigger one as well, but for now I'm super happy with these. But right now I'm gonna finish the frogs. This guy has two friends that are unfinished, so I need to finish the bodies and then attach the legs. However, I think that I'm considering not really pushing these frogs and selling them at the market. I don't really see these being profitable long term, and I think through the whole prototyping process I've realized that stuffing these arms and legs takes so long that I can't really price these reasonably. If it were up to me, I would sell them for 40 bucks, which is crazy. This is just tiny, and I don't think anybody's going to pay that. Okay, just finished my frogs and I'm so happy because now I have 3 little frogs with scarves. How cute is that? I'm actually obsessed with them, and I think what I'm gonna do is make a post for them, do some product photography and put them on an Instagram post. I think I'm gonna sell them for $30 each. So I think right now I'm going to cut fabric for some tote bags, and then I'm gonna do some product photography and probably to take a break from sewing and just do some social media stuff and maybe some video editing. We'll see how we're feeling, but it's currently about 4:30, so it's not really late yet, but I feel really accomplished because I finished my frogs and my book sleeves today. Actually really early for me. It's 7 a.m. We're finishing this quilt. Hello guys, it is Thursday. I have had a pretty insane and chaotic week, I'm not gonna lie, and I have a lot of updates for you guys. So I'm going to show you everything that I made yesterday, because yesterday I locked in for 6-7 hours and just went crazy and quilted and started developing new products, and just I had this huge burst of productivity which I didn't record, but it did happen. So I'm going to show you guys everything that I made. First off, I'm going to show you guys all of my quilts. I'm actually so proud of these. These are an original design, gorgeous quilt. I realized, and this is a scenario in which a mistake turns into something beautiful, because these lines were curving while I was quilting and I was like, oh my god, like the first one I made, I just tried to do the straight lines and it looked bad, so I decided to just go with the curve and quilt on the natural line of the fabric, and it's super pretty and like wavy looking and then contrasting with the straight line, so I'm obsessed. I have 3 of these, which is crazy. I locked in, but I also have, this is going to be the back of one of the bags. It's just like a scrap fabric little mini quilt. It's not really a quilt, it just has the batting on it, and I sewed a couple lines. Same for this one, just did a basic split it in 4s. And this is going to be the back of another bag. Actually, I don't know, I might decide to make this into the same exact quilt. I haven't decided yet because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get enough fabric. So, and then I need to show you guys my mini quilts. This is going to be a book sleeve, but it's a little green quilt, which is so cute. This is going to be so cute as a book sleeve. Then I have a shirt that I'm going to use for the lining. I still haven't cut the pieces yet, but this shirt I think is going to go really cute as a lining. I love upcycling. When I'm able to do it, it's a great day, because not only is it free materials, but it's so much better for the environment than buying fabric. So whenever I can find things secondhand, amazing. And then these are my final quilts. They're like little hearts for a makeup pouch. I want to make one of those boxy makeup pouches that everybody's obsessed with. I've not done that before, which is surprising. So I'm going to try something out with these, and I quilted along the hearts. I like made a little enclosure for them, if that makes sense. I have so much energy since finding out about the market. Like, it's literally like drugs, knowing that you have such an exciting opportunity, and just like the feeling of accomplishment before it's even happened is like, it's amazing. It's addicting. Anyways, that's the end of the vlog.